1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome to GREEDWATCH2018. Guys, the three of us have watched 1,000 episodes of Kamen Rider.
Okay, I might have actually done that.
And this is now... Wait, we haven't? Have we not been watching this?
Oh,
what episode have we... How many episodes have we watched?
This is 28.
I mean, I'm ahead of this. Like, I'm on 01, so...
Oh, are you? Nice.
No.
Oh. You cut out on ZO, so I don't know what you're doing anymore.
I don't need to watch ZO to watch 01.
Well, I know. I'm watching 01 is all. Like, of course.
This year we changed eras, Josh.
Yeah, it's Reiwa now. It's a whole new ballgame.
Our episode begins... with...
Josh, ignorance is bliss, Kagan, everybody.
Keep going, Josh.
Oh. Our episode begins with some guys in some suits having conversations. No,
what?
We got a recap of last week's episode. I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna. What if I just drank beer and you guys talked? Corey, your job is too hard. I can't do it.
There was a fight going on. We've got Date and Goto laying on the ground uselessly.
A parrot was murdered.
A leopard squid and a parrot that was murdered. It's all very confusing.
An ex-parrot, if you will, joined the bleeding choir invisible.
You didn't do that last time there was a dead parrot? Now you're finally doing it?
This is a new episode. It's not like we just did 2 episodes back to back.
I'm saying there was a parrot yummy in the last 2 episode arc that you could have done this for.
And I'm saying that it's significant because the leopard squid inks to escape.
Is it ink? It looked like smoke.
It's ink.
I thought it was smoke.
I referred to it in my notes as smink, which may be a racial slur, and I apologize in advance.
Oh dear.
But it is both a smoke and an ink. It is smink.
I think smink is a kind of lizard.
That's a
No, you're
skink.
thinking of a skink.
Oh god.
Or is this...
No, those are the little black guys who spray stuff out of their butts. like Pepe
welcome
Le
to
Pew.
GREEDWATCH 2018. No? Okay.
No, we're not. No do-overs.
So Ank's upset because he made Eiji promise not to kill the parrot, and Eiji killed the parrot, like, immediately. And so they're all dealing with this, and Date needs to go hospital.
If you listened last week, then you know that these last 2 episodes exist on 2 planes of reality, one of which is the Teehee. This is the 1,000th episode, and we're doing very cheeky, cameo-filled, reference-filled. This is a celebration of all things Kamen Rider for 1,000 episodes in the 40,000 fucking years that it's been on television. And yet at the same time, there are still stakes, and there are still things that are being carried through from episode to episode. And at the top of this episode, Date is basically going to die.
It's true.
He is in bad shape. He got fucked up real bad. Ankh is like, oh yeah, he's going to die.
And Ankh's like, I don't care. What I care about is my precious, precious core. And I'm going to get it with this hand that is the only hand I have.
And then we count the medals.
1, 2, 3. He says the thing about the hand like he's being real tough.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not tough at all. It's like, and I'm going to get him with my hand. Oh, okay, dude, I guess. Okay. We count the medals. We see scenes from a movie we're not going to watch.
We're going to watch it.
Hey, count the episodes, you guys. How many?
It's like
1,000 if you do a Heil Hitler.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, a little combatant boy comes out in his little Skellington outfit and is like 1,000 episodes, Sieg Heil, and I, Josh Kagan, go, oh what? No, oh no, what's happening?
Hey, you know what the title of this episode is?
Oh, the title of this episode is 1,000 Kamen Rider and Birthday!
Hey, that's what I got too.
Yay!
You know what I like for my birthday? Eggs. Lots of eggs.
Hairy? Are they hairy?
Hairy eggs that turn into skeleton Nazis.
Amazing, because you got those. Because you're Derek Winters.
Hurrah!
Waters. You're Derek Waters.
Dean Winters.
Dean
Fincher.
Common.
Oh. Nice. Michael Common, composer.
Oh, he's very good.
Mhm.
Before any of this happens, we see Derek Winters, which is what we're calling the bad guy in these 2 episodes, because he looks like Derek. Oh wait, Derek Winters or Derek Waters? Fuck the guy.
Josh,
Hey everyone.
what do you think the odds are that somebody's tuning into this as their first episode
Low.
and they need
Zero.
your
Low. 0%.
Literally, 0.
Can I just say, if this is your first episode, bare minimum, maybe go back like 1 episode so that you know what we're talking about in this one.
Turn back now.
If this is your first episode, go listen to Blank Check. Go listen to an actual podcast. I'm
Hey.
so drunk.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
I
I
thought you
take it
meant
back.
listen to the movie Blank Check, just audio only Blank Check.
Huh.
Yep, just listen. Yeah, I find that Karen Duffy's melodic voice really translates. No. Hey, everyone. Welcome to GREEDWATCH2018. I'm
No,
Corey
stop
Andrew
it.
Dickinson.
I'm Juice.
What?
What?
Wait,
Were we Mabim Bam now?
the two-pack movie?
Dibs? Who? Dibs
No,
on
in
Griffin.
Blank Check, the assassin's name is Juice, which
Oh,
allows
okay.
the child to get all the money.
Oh. Man, you remember a lot about Blank Check.
Maybe.
Hey, you know what? Combatants pop out of these eggs, and Kazari's like, "Pfft, you don't really want to destroy Kamen Rider. You just want a bunch of friends, you jerk." And Dean Winters is like, like, I can do both. Why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't I want friends who destroy Kamen Riders? Stop being a dick.
He also is, Derek Waters is also ironing his combatant mask, which I find adorable.
Yeah, because he cares about his appearance, unlike some people.
And the combatants that pop out are very Molarian curly.
Yes. One of them's very broad.
Yes.
One of them's just real big. It's so good.
None of them look like yummies as we understand yummies to be, but
No.
this is obviously a reference to 1971 and what they must have looked like back then.
We cut to Kogami going full Ozymandias and watching 24 TVs.
Oh, that's first of all, applause. I am always here for an Ozymandias reference. I was thinking of, wasn't there a guy from The Matrix who watched a bunch of TVs as well? That's not the Keymaster.
The
but-
architect.
The architect.
Yeah, the architect.
The
Except
architect.
his TVs collapsed reality into a single waveform.
I also really appreciated that Kugami watching every single. We come to Ankh walks in. And he's like, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing?" And Kazari Kugami is like, "I'm watching all 999 episodes of Kamen Rider." And what I really appreciated about this is that his screens, which are floating in the distance, the nether distance, appreciate the aspect ratio. So some of them are in a pre-HD aspect ratio, and the others are in the current HD. Just Kugami's on top of his game is all I want to say.
I just wish that it was as easy as setting up 24 TVs and like catching up, because that would simplify my life a lot.
He says he's only watching the fights.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't say that in my translation. Huh. Because it looks like because he's watching like at the time he's watching basically the opening credits to all of them.
Ankh walks in and he's like, "Hey, here's a little update from the set. Date is probably dead. We are going to stop making the movie. And by the way, who has my motherfucking core?" And then Kugami is like, "Those are all great questions, and I don't care about Date apparently. Here's all the stupid movie footage."
Let's just watch the rushes.
Yeah.
Let's watch yesterday's footage. So we kill about a minute watching the stuff we saw last time.
Everybody says "Kampai," everybody Sieg Heils, and
Yep.
it's super weird if you're Jewish. And then Date shows up and he's like, "Hey everyone, remember how at the beginning of the episode I was like gonna die and that was a thing we should take seriously? well, piss it up your butt, which is a very common phrase I just invented because I'm fine and I'm going to direct the rest of this movie. Yay!
Before he shows up, Kogami's just like, oh, I'm so disappointed. I won't see how it ends. And I'm like, presumably you wrote the script, though, because I don't know who else did.
There is no script because they cut to like filming the last scene.
Everybody I'm Spartacus is about how they want to finish the movie.
Oh, hey, by the way, I just want to throw this in because this line killed me. Date, who we thought his insides had been beaten to a fine paste, he says, hey guys, I want to keep directing even though I am very badly hurt because it shows dreams to children.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And something about how making a movie is the greatest dream of all or something like that.
Corey, is this not what you got on your translation?
More or less.
Okay, shows dreams. So it shows dreams to children.
Like, I was more impressed with the match cut they did following, where there's like, you know, AG and whatnot in their mook suits, and then they cut to them filming the final scene, and it's like he's fighting the cops, and he's fighting the police, and he's fighting the military.
There's snow.
We're out on a highway right now, by the way. We're out on like a bridge or an overpass or something for our very exciting end to this pretend movie where Hina is going to show up and turn AG back from being evil to being a good guy. And she has an umbrella, even though it's nice out.
I really want to know what like the rest of the first, second, and most of the third acts of this movie were like. Because it doesn't seem to have a lot of narrative momentum from AG gets turned into a jerk to AG is suddenly less of a jerk. But all right.
Derek Waters brings the rest of his egg babies to play like policemen, and then there's like an interfering
and Dante's like,
lady.
Great!
What the hell is that noise on my end? That's coming from my ceiling. You can talk.
And then the lady with ponytails shows up and is like, hey, what's going on? Are you making a movie? Can I look? And Maki just like shows her his doll and she screams and runs away.
Like literally like the cute Japanese redheaded version of if Bugs Bunny dressed up like a girl bunny. She just sort of runs in and is like, hey, Doc, what's going on? Are you making a movie? This. And then as Adam said, there's a doll. But I will say this, whoever she is, she's real cute and she gets scared away. We have to assume she is someone of some importance, but I myself, I have a doctor's note. I am allergic to research. Do any of you know who she is?
I didn't look it up.
No, I didn't care.
She's just a real cute lady. She's a real cute lady who just happened to be there.
Do you want me to look it up? Things. I can look it up right now.
I don't. I honestly don't care.
So AG is in O's form, and Hina appears on the bridge with her umbrella that she flips majestically behind her head.
In slow-mo.
It looks great, by the way.
Enough to break his spine.
Oh, you skipped over a bunch of things.
Wait, first, AG henshins and Date sings the Tatoba song.
Which is adorable.
The Foley on this movie is going to be so difficult from all the talking Date does while filming.
I don't want to tell tales out of school, but these two episodes are terrible. But it is all worth it for when Date goes, Tatoba, Tatoba, Tatoba. I was just like, oh, I just want to hug him. This is so great. He's like a little child playing with his little Kamen Rider toys. And also, he knows the Tatoba theme, which made me so happy. They shoot this.
Josh, guess what? The fan lady was played by Chinatsu Wakatsuki, who is a Japanese variety talento and former gravure idol. So if you want to track down her gravure shots, you can probably see her bikini or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's okay. But so basically what you're saying is she's like a Karen Duffy from Blank Check type.
I don't know what that means.
Gravure.
Karen Duffy was a VJ.
American...
I don't know what that means.
VJ is not gravure.
What's wrong? Why do you hate gravure?
It's not the same.
No.
I'm not saying I hate it. I'm saying there's distinctions.
It's definitely distinctions. Josh, gravure is basically like sexy photo books.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, they gave it a nice name so that it sounds classier than it is.
Oh, is it like the equivalent of when like those Taschen books, like, oh, we make hardcover
No.
art books that just happen to all be about butts. Hi, we're
Yes,
Taschen.
but cheaper.
There's no reason for us to exist except for very wealthy weirdos to be like, hi,
Okay.
welcome to my very
Taschen
nice
does
coffee
other
table.
stuff. Come on.
Wait. Okay. So
It's a lot of pictures
Josh,
of butts.
do you know what talent or talento is?
I know what talent is because I wake up every morning and see it in the mirror.
I thought you were going to say you didn't have it. I just, like, I can never tell if you're going to, like, zealously oversell yourself or, like, depressingly undersell yourself.
I mean, I'm real handsome. And I consider that to
just
be
a sine wave. It's just so difficult.
I said I'm handsome. What up? Sorry, everyone.
No.
Sorry,
So talent is basically an industrial talent pool.
Industrial, like 9 Inch Nails? Like
No.
Ministry?
They do.
Is Al Jorgensen talent?
TV. They do music. They're in bands. They do performances. They appear publicly to do like mall openings and such like. And
like
female
Tiffany and Debbie
actresses
Gibson
sometimes do like
Yeah.
Okay.
gravure, which is like they appear in swimsuits for photo shoots and then release those publicly for money.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah. Did
That
you ever
sounds
play?
great.
Yeah.
Didn't you ever play Yakuza 2?
Nope.
Kiwami?
I promise you.
There's a gravure
game?
mini game where you take sexy pictures of ladies.
Nope. Unless it's like Pitfall or Pitfall 2, I did not play it.
Those. Well, okay.
And unless
So
there
anyway.
are sexy pictures of Pitfall Harry, who I assume is jacked from all that vine swinging.
He probably is.
Pitfall Harry is like the Date of the Atari 2600.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Moving
So
on.
anyway, due to the power of soft lighting and hugs, Hina manages to save Eiji, but R.I.P. Eiji's spine, because Hina's monstrous strength accidentally crushes him.
It looks like a Terry Gilliam cartoon.
It does. It's
Yeah.
real bad.
For the 3 people that we have confirmed listen to this podcast, can I talk about this for a second? Hey,
Yes.
For
hey,
sure.
you 3. Corey was recently at a computer gaming convention in the Pacific Northwest, and Pox, I believe it's called Pox, named after
I did,
Pax
yes.
Romana.
Yeah, Pox Romana, and she met 3 people who we don't know who listen to this podcast. And I want to say, if you are listening, we unfortunately did not get your names, but hey, thank you. Thank you so much.
Is that true? Maybe Corey did get their names.
I did not.
Okay.
Thank you. So we're very excited about this, but not excited enough to know who you are. But if you are listening to this, get in touch with us. You can just be on this podcast.
What?
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. You can just be a guest on the podcast. If you
Josh
were one
doesn't
of those
speak.
3 people.
Josh doesn't speak for everybody.
Then I'm sure you're great.
Josh is not in charge. Josh is writing checks his body can't cash.
Please just be on the... Look, do you have a computer with a browser that can download Zencast? Just be on our podcast. It's fine. It's fine.
It's so much harder than it
Unfortunately,
sounds.
our audience will go down by 1 that week because
No,
you'll
3.
be talking.
What? All
we
3
won't
at once?
We won't have them. No, we won't. We're not.
I
we
don't
won't
know.
have them
Josh,
all
I don't know
the
what you're
time.
offering these people.
I'm not sure what I am either, but I want to tell you that it's really nice that you're listening. Anyways, some fights.
In Derek Waters' closet and vacuum cleaner, apparently he's been also hoarding eggs, hairy
Just been-
eggs that
Yep.
He has
burst
just
into
been
like
pooping.
all old shocker monsters and minions and whatnot.
Yeah,
from his
mostly
dreamland.
from the Showa era, but some from the Heisei. There's just not a lot of minions in Heisei.
So this is the kind of thing that would make sense if you've been watching the show for the last 40 years. I assume these are all just like old school kaijin.
Yeah. Like okay,
okay,
if you ever
great.
watched Power Rangers, you know how they switch out like the minions every season. It's like that. Basically, if it was like 2017 and you saw some putties fighting guys, you'd be like, oh, I remember that from my childhood.
We skipped over my favorite line in this episode, and I'm so sorry.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm so sorry, nameless 3 people. We're going to try and do a little better.
I'll reorganize it.
You don't even have to. It's fine. They
I
understand.
do.
Look, they get it. Those three people get it. Our audience. When Hina almost breaks AG's spine, she is very apologetic because this is now the second time in these 2 episodes that her mighty strength has screwed things up. And AG says the unkindest compliment I think I've ever heard, which is, I'm sure your monstrous strength will be useful one day.
Maybe even today.
All I have to say is, AG, you need to go back to the compliment class. You're not very good at it.
Listen, next time somebody's almost broken you in half, see how on point your compliments are afterwards. That's all I have to say.
I have to say that Dr. Maki rocks up with like his doll bent backwards in half to be like, here's what you do.
This is you. This is why you're a failure. Maki out.
Take 2.
Anyway, so the egg minions show up. Two of them are ladies. They're like, this is too hard. They take off their masks, and the smaller one looks at the larger one and is like, hey, aren't you that amazing singer? And the bigger one's like, I'm not Susan Boyle. And that's all they're there for. It's like if Garfunkel and Oates showed up. It's great.
So here's my question. This is like 2011. A Susan Boyle joke is like from 1992. Like that's a joke that is still well past its shelf date, right?
Hey, Futurama made a Susan Boyle, like a large scale Susan Boyle joke much later than this. So
fair enough.
I don't think you should be harping on O's for that kind of thing. Besides, kids love Susan Boyle. This is a good joke for the kids.
Exactly.
Who doesn't love a Susan Boyle joke in 2011?
I mean, it's better than having a singing Boyle named Susan. I'm still annoyed by that Futurama episode.
What's important is that AG gets to do a full red combo, and Kazari takes all the medals / credit.
What? How far did you jump?
No, that's more soccer monsters to.
No, there's intense. The fighting intensifies. AG's fighting the masked policeman real hard, and then he henshins.
Guys,
and Date tries to sing Tato above it. Maki interrupts him.
Fam, there's so much we have to. We've missed.
No, we have. No.
What about when Onk calls Goto a rock?
That's coming up. I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's in the future.
What about the live? What about the live?
Because Goto shoots AG with real ammo.
Okay, yes. All right. Then, now we're all on the same page.
And then Goto's like, I don't know why that happened, and it turns out it was Dean Winters who swapped it out. And Goto feels bad, and he's like, I'm basically a rock. And Sendo's like, all right, I'm gonna go for it. And he puts on his mask, and the police take off their police outfits, and they're just combatants. And Onk's like, yeah, so Derek Winters is the yummy parent, and I've known this whole time.
We have to talk about this rock moment.
Oh,
guys,
yeah, sorry.
Fam.
Yeah. Okay.
Fam.
Goto's like, I got a rock.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, so Date's like, okay, take 2, everyone more serious. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to be more serious. Me too. They shoot. It is live ammunition. It screws everything up. And Onk says to Goto, you are nothing. Just stand there and do nothing like a rock. Goto is cut to the core by this, looks down at the ground where there is a rock next to his foot, and imagines his own face on that rock.
It's true. Anyway.
At this point, are we all going to just pretend?
Keep going, Josh. Keep going.
No,
point.
We don't think that's weird? Are we all just cool with that?
It's just funny. It's funny. It's fine.
Yes.
No, Goto stares at his face in the rock. Yeah.
Seems normal to me.
Okay, great. My mistake. This will come back later.
Sendo's all like, ha ha ha. I'm here to destroy you because combatants have been defeated too many times, and I'm gonna win one for the Gipper.
Everyone fights.
There's just a big old minion pylon. It's just a big old pile of minions on top of AG.
And then Onk throws him some new medals, and he turns into the Scarlet Fire Chicken.
And Maki's just freaking out over this for some reason. Basically, for the rest of this episode, they use Maki like a dog insert shot of a dog just going like, wah? Like, they just keep cutting to Maki just reacting to shit and like jittering his doll and stuff. It's just, that's all he does. It's great. I love it, but it's weird.
As quickly as all the combatants showed up, all of the combatants die, and they turn into metals, and now Derek Waters is very upset.
And Kazari's rocking in like, oh man, you made all these medals for me. Excellent.
Also, Jaguar Squid has showed up.
But Derek Waters is very surprised by all of these medals because he was not aware that's what he was being used for. And now he is sad.
Dante's like, Kazari, you're a jerk. I'm going to stop directing and start directing pain into your face.
And he transforms and he gets hit a lot.
He's like, oh, right, I'm still really badly injured.
I forgot. Yeah, his trips to the hospital wasn't enough to tell him that he was injured and should not do superhero crap.
Fortunately, Goto has realized his true power, which is that he is a rock, and as such, his head is as hard as a rock, and he imagines his head as a giant rock and headbutts Kazari.
Now, I don't know if we are to believe that he's imagining this.
Oh yeah, no, he's imagining it. Wait, Josh, did you think Goto's head actually turned into a giant rock?
Adam, I don't know what to believe anymore at this point.
No, he was methoding a rock. He was
he was image training
into being a rock because of his acting.
His head turns into a... You know what? I think we said this in the last episode. When presented with 5,000 impossible things, at this point in the episode where Goto is just like, oh, I'll just turn my head into a big rock and I'll hit him. I have no choice but to believe that his head turned into a giant rock.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I can't. It's impossible.
There you go.
He headbutts Kazari, and then the squid is like got Eiji in its tentacles. And then Hina's like, wait, I see in the distance a boulder. I'm gonna go over there and grunt around it.
And hug it. And use my monster strength to pick it up. And then sort of like duck walk it over and toss it at this squid jaguar.
Oh wow, my super strength paid off.
Finally, after all these years.
So here's my question. Am I to, as the viewer, tie together all of this rock imagery in this episode? Or is it just...
No.
Because I found myself thinking like, oh, I wonder if we're seeing all this rock imagery because Kamen Rider, which has now been around for like 40 years, when this... Like, are they saying like, oh, well, we are a rock. We are never going away. We will always be here. We have been here for 40 years. We will be here for another 40 years. This is what I am to take away from this 1,000th episode.
Or is it just like to a children's television program?
It's that Goto's a dum-dum who's like a rock head, and then Hina can lift really big, heavy things like a big rock. Which is
but it's a lot of rocks.
Put it on the leopard squid.
It's two rocks, Josh.
That's enough. That's enough rocks.
Fine.
Rock. All right, fine.
Anyway, Dean Waters. Derek Waters? Anyway.
Derek Winters!
Derek, what? Are you sure?
Derek Waters? Oh, no.
Anyway, he realizes sad. That his chakra kaijin is also made of metals, and everything is crap, and he's sad, and he's mad, and he runs, and he tries to beat it up, and he gets his face punched or grabbed or whatever for
Kazari hits him so hard in the face.
Yeah.
And it does not work out. And you almost feel bad for him until you realize his motivation. It's like, oh, I thought we were Nazis.
I feel bad.
Now it just turns out we're just a bunch of coins.
I don't think the Nazi part is central to his narrative.
I don't know. Now, he certainly loves Sieg Heiling.
Yeah, and then Satonaka walks up in front of the water with her Kogami iPad, and Kogami lays it all down.
It's a special message from Kogami. First of all, he fucks with Ankh a little bit. Ankh's like, God damn it, who has my core? And Kami's like, so what I said was, do you want to know who has your core? And my answer is, so do I.
Boing.
And Ankh's just like, You son of a bitch. And then he's like, okay, put 1,000 medals in Date's crotch, everybody.
And like Date's there, and the gorilla cans are there, and there's that whole milk jug, and Goto like brings the milk jug over, and there's like
They're just
pours
dumping
it
them into the
Date's
bottom of the
crotch.
screen. You can't even see where they're going. It's just happening somehow.
It's a receptacle for medals. Cell medals.
They're just going in somewhere. Presumably into the belt, but who can say?
It's like a reverse slot machine.
Anyway, now it's time for Birth's ultimate thing, according to Dr. Maki.
That's literally what he calls it. This is not us goofing around. The subtitles say,
I would never.
No, we can see Birth's ultimate thing, which is just like a Constructicon.
Yeah.
Like it's just all of Date's different gizmos, the crane arm, the drill arm, whatever. Yeah. But it's just just zizzing around of its own. Date controls it, and it's like a just scorpion. Like
it looks scorpion-y.
Yeah.
And Date controls it through some sort of haptics, I guess, because he has to like move around and like punch and like spin kick to get it to do things.
And kick is like the scorpion tail.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yep. The controls on this thing are awkward. He hits the jaguar squid into the water, and so it's time to do some water skiing behind the scorpion for aging. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
He lashes on with like his eel whips. He's like, I'm following this machine.
The only thing I wish is that he had jumped a shark.
So the jaguar squid gets blown onto land and then basically fires at the scorpion thing and blows it up. But when the explosion clears, there's nothing there. Where'd they go? Well, clearly underground, guys.
And meanwhile, back in Kazari v. Date, everyone's been piling coins into Date's waist belt while Kazari's just like standing there waiting. And
oh right, I forgot that he blew up Date, or he fought Kazari.
Kazari runs,
and Kazari's like, "You better remember this." And I'm like, "I think he will. He'll remember that he beat you up."
Back to the sea adventure.
So, a la Bugs Bunny, AG and all the scorpion parts burrow in from various degrees and pop out of the ground, having not taken the left turn at Pismo Beach.
Left turn to Albuquerque.
Sorry, trying to get to Pismo Beach. Form back up and fire a rainbow beam at the jaguar squid. Which
I believe the proper term, Adam, is the Care Bear stare.
I wrote multi-laser.
It's clearly a rainbow beam, guys. It was rainbow color.
Care Bear stare.
Whatever.
Care Bear stare.
And then AG and Dean Winters have a nice moment where they talk about the bond between Kamen Riders and combatants and how Dean Winters wants to beat him the right way to prove that the combatants are strong, and then they have a cool handshake thing, and they know that despite their differences, they have a bond that can never be broken. And we'll never see that guy again.
I would just like to pause for a second and say they have a cool handshake, but then Kamen Rider 000 looks out at the screen, and Derek Waters Sieg Heils and freezes.
It's true.
One last time.
It's true.
And I go, and then credits roll, and I go, that's not usually how these things end. And then we pull back, and Kugami is watching all of this.
Subarashi!
In his weird, like, non-dimensional, fully
the void
projected screen void. Yeah. He can just see everything in his chair comfortably.
It's Professor X's dome, whatever the fuck that was called.
Cerebro?
It's Cerebro for Kogami with no headset.
Kogami doesn't need the headset.
He has cake.
He's an even more powerful telepath. Oh, there was a cake and I forgot.
Where was the cake?
That was last episode.
That
was last episode.
And I forgot.
That was last episode. You can't count
it. I ruined everything.
Hey,
I note it down. That's my problem. I don't even know what cake we're on. Well, cake 19. It was cake 19. Corey, can you just cut this and paste it into a previous episode, please?
Together.
Cake Watch 19. It happened.
Okay.
Got there.
Thank you all for listening. I'm Coriander Dickinson. You can find me on Twitter at Apsilar.
Hold on.
I'm Adam Wasserman. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Cold Sarcasmium.
I'm Josh Kagan, and I'm at Josh A. Kagan on Instagram and nowhere else. But Kugami finishes watching in his void, this episode where the gentleman Sieg Heiling, and then walks in front of a Patton-esque, not Mike, but the general, a Patton-esque flag announcing like, well, we've been through our 1000th episode, but we've got our 40th birthday coming up. And then nothing. And then who cares?
For sure. Yeah.
And my question is to the two of you, do we now get another weird bullshit episode to celebrate the 40th birthday? What happens?
But
I don't remember.
It all ties into like Kamen Rider Ichigo.
What? No,
like
that's
the original.
Are you talking about the Ghost movie?
No, I'm saying that 40 years you can't help but tie into Ichigo.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't remember if they did another special episode for that or not, to be honest. Probably. I guess we'll find out.
I know I can't handle this series.
Oh, Josh, you can handle whatever you can handle.
You handled this.
So true. So true. What do we think of these episodes? These two episodes,
I love
you guys?
them.
Yeah, they were actually pretty enjoyable. I was mad.
Like I want to know more context about like the comedians and the lady motorcycle riders that we saw.
They were great. Yeah, so they didn't have any tie-in to Kamen Rider Past. These are just people. Like famous people.
The bike riders, one of them at least was Chiaki Fujimoto, who is basically another Tarento, whose career ranges from singing, baby clothes designing, and voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
Same. We have very similar careers.
The other one was Chisato Morishita, who was a gravure idol, Tarento actress, and former race queen. Oh, apparently in 2013 she portrayed Zero Suit Samus in the Japanese Metroid Zero Mission commercial. Zero Suit Samus is my least favorite Samus. Oh, and she was on Kamen Rider Ryuki, apparently.
Oh, okay. So there is some tie-in to previous iterations.
Yeah. Oh, and she was in the Kamen Rider Kabuto Godspeed Love movie.
Huh.
How many Kamen Rider movies are there?
Is Kabuto before O's?
Yes.
Kabuto is like the first Heisei.
No, that's Kuga. Kabuto is like the first... Kabuto's the first Heisei series that took it into the direction that Heisei ended up going in. The first like really colorful... The first one that looks like a modern Heisei series. It came after Hibiki, so I think they were trying really hard not to have another fiasco.